All right, hey, how y'all doing? I am back, and I'm going to be doing the review for Black Ink Crew Chicago. I will preface this review by saying that I've been missing. I've been you know packing and out processing, and getting ready to leave the base in the military period, which that'll be a whole nother video, just kind of explaining that whole fiasco. Um, so the Black Ink Crew review will be condensed. It will be episodes 15 and 16 because I'm a little bit behind. Clause will also be condensed. So let's just get into episode 15. Okay, so on episode 15, it's 1 week after the Miami trip where Charmaine, talked about her gripes and after her quitting. And she's at WGCI and she's just reminiscing about the interview that she had with Nipsey Hussle, just reminiscing on how that happened and how short life is and, making the most of the time that you have left. Yeah, so we move on and we go back to the old shop. And this is Lily's 1 millionth first day back at the old shop. She's back at the old shop. She asked Van, so she said she could come back. Don't know why. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. So Ryan is at the new shop and they're opening mail. His assistant's opening mail and she gives it to him and they learn that they are being sued. They're being sued by a old customer, and it is because of a cover up that Van did. We look at the pictures of the cover up, it just looks like a black blob, just a black, sometimes people get tattoos that can't be effectively covered up and it's just a black box of sorts. Doesn't really look like a box, doesn't really look like much of anything, but that's what is happening. We will learn later on exactly why it looks like that. Okay. All right. So Ryan is trying to reach out to his lawyers just to figure out, if this is legit and where to go from there, before he even brings it to Van. So, yeah, that should be interesting. We move on, and Van's daughter's turning 17, and he's trying to decide what to get her, and he decided to get her a Range Rover because she loves trucks and blah, 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 blah. But before he can give it to her, he finds cigarillos in her room, and she admits that she be smoking weed. Van, you smoke more weed than anybody, so I'm not really sure why you're so distraught. But so him and Jen give her this talk as to how weed is a gateway to cigarettes and pills and lean and crack and all those other things, which I'm not willing to agree, but okay, Van. Parent as you will. All right, so whatever. So she can't drive her new car for a while. Ryan invites Sean back to the new shop as a guest artist in order to rectify the situation because we know he left when he was at the old shop because of things being so in such disarray. Let's just say that. All right. John and Ashley are looking for a house, and it's in former President Obama's neighborhood. It is 900K. They can only get approved for 200K, so they will not be moving into that neighborhood anytime soon. Ashley, the dream you're living in, cut it out. All right, so we move on, and Bella is distraught because she thought Jet was her soulmate child. Yeah, basically she thought Jet was her soulmate. She don't know why he's ghosting her now. She don't know how to feel about that. I don't know how to feel about it either. All right, moving on. Sean comes back and he's still trying to cast his reel out there and see if he can snag Lily because I guess it's just something to do while he's here. And Sean and Van, remember they had a little tiff about stealing customers or whatever, so they're just kind of bantering back and forth. Nothing real serious comes of it. Moving on. Ryan is tasked with confronting Van after his lawyer lets him know, hey, this is a legitimate finding and we need to do something about it. So Ryan takes it to Van and Van lets him know, hey, this is a legit thing. The girl had a panther or something she wanted to cover it up. So Van's explanation is that, hey, it's the shape of Africa at the bottom, the black blob of sorts is Africa at the bottom, and then he's like, hey, she's not even showing the top of the tattoo. Well, the top of the tattoo is assumably, what Van, according to Van, it is flowers and giraffes and the African landscape and all these other different things that would have been nice to see. But I guess because of placement, when she wears shorts and skirts and things like that, all you see is the blob and you don't see the artwork above the African shaped blob. Just looking at the pictures of the blob, it don't look like the bottom of Africa. But yeah, we'll likely story, man. Likely story. We haven't seen the whole picture. I haven't seen it on the internet anywhere. I didn't really look for it. But that is where we're at with that. So I guess they're going to have to find a way to rectify that issue. Don't know if that'll be legally or illegally, but I guess we'll stay tuned to see what happens with that. And while Ryan is in the spirit of confronting Van about his mishaps, there is a customer that's coming to the shop in about T-minus 2 seconds to confront Van because he got a picture of his deceased brother and that got infected. And the guy's telling a very good story. You know, he wasn't in a very good headspace. So, you know, he didn't think about going back to say anything about it, but he seemed, he says he ended up in the hospital 7 days after getting the tattoo, blah, 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 blah. All right, cool. And so Van and Ryan, they let them know, hey, the guy makes it a point to let them know, like, hey, I sue people. I don't know why that was important. But I feel like he was kind of bragging, like, hey, I don't mind suing y'all. And Ryan just wanted to fix it. So he kind of told him, hey, what do we need to do to fix it? And the guy was like, hey, I want another tattoo, but I don't want that Van to do it. Now, if somebody gives me a tattoo and it gets infected, you or anybody else in that shop can no longer touch me, talk to me, sneeze on me, give me a drink of water. I won't know other parts. But he seems to want another tattoo, which I'm going to presume is free of charge. So that one is a little bit suspicious. And according to like the conversations, it seems like he's also been going for a very long time. So he took a long time to come back and even rectify said infection. Van also lets us know, like, hey, the tattoo itself was intact, but everywhere around the tattoo was infected, which would lead me to assume that the tattoo wasn't infected. It was something that he was doing independent of the tattoo because, if I use dirty tools or, dirty ink or whatever, the tattoo itself would have some sort of infection because those are what I used. Unless he had some kind of allergic reaction to the liquid or something. I'm not willing to believe it. So I guess he's getting a free tattoo on Ryan. Because Ryan's going to be doing it because he doesn't want Van to do it anymore. So I guess that is resolved for now. All right. So that sums up episode 15. Let's get into episode 16. All right, so episode 16, I thought the title of it was funny because the title of the episode is this like a reunion? Is this like a reunion show? Pretty much, because everybody's going to this wonderful tattoo convention. Cobra's there, Reese is there, Lily's there under her own tattoo banner. She's not associated with Black Ink by any means. Everybody's pretty much there except Kat and Evanita. Everybody's there. The gang is all here, basically. All right, so everybody's getting ready, for the convention. And Charmaine is not going to the convention because, of course, she is no longer a part of the team because she can't handle the environment right now, which is fine. So she feels like this birthday is, not as exciting as the others because she doesn't get to bring it in with her with her 9-mag family. Girl, you let the fact that you quit your job affect your whole birthday? Okay, sure. So Danielle is taking her out to lunch, and she gets there, and everybody from 9mag is there to help her celebrate her birthday lunch. So yeah, all right, cool. So she feels better now. Whatever. All right, so everybody's showing up at the convention, and someone that I forgot to mention was Junior. Junior is also there. Junior and Adriana, which is his girlfriend, they're there, and they are already slushed. They are already lit. The people have barely registered for the event. And they are drunk. You hear me? They are lit. They are walking around with big cups of beer in true Mexican fashion. Okay, don't say that. Okay, in true fashion, they're already drunk. They're already lit, and this is gonna be a problem. Okay. All right. So, um, and we're still talking about the Junior and Reese fiasco conspiracy or whatever you want to call it from last season, where it was said that Junior punched Reese when in fact it was Adriana and there was some mistake and blah blah blah. So that is going to be a lot of the topic of discussion in episode 16. Sorry, my phone went off. All right, so we learned that Cobra is actually doing well for herself. She's working at a tattoo shop in California. She's doing some type of women's rights, feminist type social work. I missed the message. All right, so but we also learned that Cobra is dead set on believing that Junior punched Reese, which will prove to be an issue further along in the episode. But I gotta stay on task with my notes. We'll talk about that in a minute. Okay. So we also learned that Bella's baby daddy has not seen his baby ever in 2 years. And that he was supposed to show up to see his daughter only because of Bella's threat at putting him on child support. However, the day comes and he doesn't show up. His sister shows up instead, and Bella's kind of distraught, saying, hey, where's your brother? And he was like, he just can't do it. He's not coming. So he didn't show up, and she lets us know that she appreciates his sister being there because she's been there every step of the way, and he has not. She's really upset about that. I can't really have an opinion about it because that would mean that I care. Okay, I'm sorry. That's pretty harsh. But it's absent baby daddy, the American way, right? I don't know. All right, moving on. All right, so Junior and Adriana, how you say her name, they're running amok because they're not there to tattoo. They're just there as spectators. They just bought a ticket to the convention, so they're just there getting lit. Okay, and Junior decides, hey, I was going to leave it alone, but I can't. So he runs up to Reese in order to have a conversation, but the approach is harsh. Like, he just runs up into her booth as she's tattooing, and she politely packs her belongings and exits the premises. She deuces out. And he said, she's scary. She's a wimp. She can't admit to it. We already know that Reese was wrong. She lied. We've established that. Let's let it go. Let's just let it die. It's all right. She lied on you. It's all right. It's okay. Y'all don't work together. Let it go. Right? Wrong. Okay, so, and then Dre decides, hey, I'm still not going to let these conversations die. Me and Cobra need to have a conversation. So him and Cobra go outside to have a conversation, and he lets her know, like, hey, Cobra, it's okay to say that you were wrong. Cobra still stands on the fact that Junior hit Adriana. She was standing there, and, they go back and show us footage from the said confrontation, and Cobra's just standing off in the distance. And she wasn't involved, so of course she has a vantage point that is not skewed. She may or may not have been drunk like everybody else. Who knows? But she is still under the assumption that Junior did it. She can't accept the fact that he didn't. We also pan back to production showing Cobra the footage of Junior not even being near Reese. And she says, I don't believe it. This is some bullshit. What kind of sorcery did the cameraman do to make that happen, to make that go away? What? The camera shows you that he did not hit her. Just say, my bad, dog. My bad. I was wrong. That's too much to ask. Okay, cool. So Drew lets her know, like you're really trash. Like, you are really crazy. Like, something's wrong with you, and they never resolved the issues. They're never gonna resolve because Cobra's hell bent on believing it. Dream knows it didn't happen. Whoop-de-whoop. All right, cool. So they go back inside. And Junior and Adriana are making a big scene about it. They're having a big to-do about it. And unfortunately, they decided to have this screaming match in front of Lily's booth. And Lily said, I'm trying to remain calm. I know they're upset at Cobra, but Cobra's like off somewhere, not even paying them any attention at this point, right? So Cobra is like not paying them attention, and Junior and Adriana are like, admit to it, blah blah blah. Like they're just going ham, like they're making a scene, but nobody's really paying them any attention. They're just having this whole banter among themselves. And Lily, she does everything in her power. I have to give her that. She made every effort to dismiss them nicely. Like, hey, can y'all move away from my booth with this and da da da. And Adriana gets turned to the max, which all y'all drunk. Well, Lily was probably working, but Adriana and what's her face were drunk. So, Adriana and Junior. So, Adriana starts getting up in Lily's face and pushing her and da 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 da. And then, it all goes to hell. It all goes to the shits. And then, Lily's down trying to walk away. And Adriana, boop, yanks her by the back of the hair. And somehow another Lily gets the upper hand and kicks her, stumps her out a little slightly. And that's the end of that. They break it up, and Ryan is just so outdone with the fact that even though Lily is tattooing under her own banner, Reese is gone, Junior and Adriana are no parts of 9mag, that he's still going to get held responsible. Well, Ryan, this is because of a culture that you have supported and contributed to, in my unprofessional opinion. So don't be mad now when you are affected, when there's lasting ramifications from behavior that you have accepted and supported for the duration of 9mag. Don't be mad. So he decided this is just too much for him and he can't take it. And he packs up his little belongings and he leaves the convention. Well, what I was not going to do, because the convention is very big and it's tattoo people from all over the world, blah, blah, blah. I was not going to leave my money, and they paid entry fees, I'm sure, to get there. So you're missing out on money because of something you feel like is affecting your brand. Damage control is just as effective. You could have controlled that damage later on. Why? Because y'all are known for fights. That's just another fight in the 9mag saga. That was stupid. But he leaves, blah, 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 whoop-de-whoop. Okay, so that sums up episode 16. I don't remember the preview for episode 17. Hopefully this season is about to wrap up because I don't know what's going to happen. Everybody's reconciled. Everybody's going about their business. There's not really much else to sew up except like these lawsuits. So we'll see what happens in the next episode, and I'll see y'all in the next one. And hopefully I'll stay on track.